You will not believe this, but this is a question that has been asked to me so many times. And even though I made a video, yet I keep getting asked this question. And this question is only asked by Indian men. Remember, only Indian men ask me these questions. And how do I know they're Indians? Well, very simple, because they either send me a WhatsApp message or they send me a message on, below my videos. And the reason why they're so courageous to ask me this question is because they hide behind a wall of anonymity. So you cannot know their real name, where they are from, those kind of typical things. So when you're behind a wall of anonymity, you get a lot of courage to ask questions that you would never have the guts to ask otherwise. And the question, let me tell you what the question is. The question concerns my 6-year-old daughter. Oh, our Indian men, for not all, but most of them have this thing about girls and girl children. I don't know why they find it very appropriate to ask. And sometimes even when they give you bad words or they are angry with you or they are in a debate and they want to get back to you and make you feel bad, to show that they are alpha men. This is very common in Indian societies and Indian cultures. And I know because I'm an Indian passport holder, they will always give you a bad word with invoking the name or your mother, your sister, your daughter. And then obviously they will use a bad word with a private part. Your mother's private part, sister's private part, daughter's private. So I think they feel empowered. They feel, I'm a man. See, I spoke about you. They're saying you can't do anything. So they take a great deal of pride, especially in these, poverty-stricken areas, but overall dirty-minded individuals. Okay. So online on YouTube, because internet is cheap, smartphone devices are cheap. Many of them have access and they can ask all kind of questions, and they know nobody can do anything about it. So they'll always ask questions which, for some people, would be very shocking. For me, because I've been online so many years, I don't find it. So what is the question? This is the most common question, by the way. The most common question Indian men ask about my daughter. And the question is, what if your daughter wants to join OnlyFans? They're very interested, very keen to know, hey, if your daughter joins OnlyFans, what will you do? How will you feel? And then obviously then there are some colorful characters. What if your daughter shows, and they type it out, your daughter shows you this, her that. What if your daughter engages for $5, she will do this, that. They try to, they think they can rally me up. But I just look at it as, okay. Then there are others who think, okay, I crossed this step, this question. What if your daughter becomes a bar girl? And what is a bar girl? Prostitute. So what if your daughter becomes a prostitute? What if your daughter parades and shows, how much she's earning? Okay. So that's the second question that they ask. The third one is the typical one. What if your daughter is a lesbian? What if your daughter becomes a lady boy? What if your daughter gets surgery and shows her stuff? So everything about my daughter, but in the indecent thing. They want to know, how will I react as a father? As a father, how will I react? So because this question has been asked over and over again, I decided I'm going to create this video dedicated to this topic so that any other Indian man asks, what if your daughter is OnlyFans? What if your daughter is a prostitute? What if your daughter is a bar girl? What if your daughter is a lesbian? In fact, this topic came up again because I posted that video. It's this female, Zara Dar, a PhD student, quits her career for OnlyFans. She earns 1 million per month. So many Indians rallied up. You're speaking against her. Tell me, what if your daughter became like Zara? What if she became OnlyFans? What if she dumps her PhD? Okay. So I'll take the liberty of answering this question. Okay. Be patient. I will speak to you from the heart, straightforward. And the reason I'm putting this online is so that when my daughter grows up, she can see this video and know that her father without hiding behind any fake name, nothing. Her father very openly said these words. Okay. Now, one area where most of the Indians love to target me is because I was a playboy. In my younger days, I was sleeping around with a lot of females, a lot of girlfriends. I had lots of girlfriends. Okay, lots. And but the only difference between most other men and me is I never give them fake promises. I will love you. I will marry you. I only am yours. I let them know that I'm in an open relationship in the sense that we will be together. But if things don't work out, okay, don't work out. And many of them knew that I was kind of a playboy. So the girls who came with me, who not came, that came, who were with me, knew what they were getting into, and the expectations were clear. I never played around with people's trust, females' trust. So my audience or my haters who ask me, "Oh, you are sleeping around. Okay, how can you lecture your daughter not to sleep around?" That is also a question. And you're two-faced. Okay, my answer is very simple. I'll not make a long answer. It's very simple. When we are young, we don't have a mother, father to guide us. We don't have any guidance. We are lost. I had ADHD. I had nobody, no father, no mother, no elder person. And I was in a world where I was earning money. So what to do? Enjoy life. I had no guidance. So you're comparing me to a daughter who has a father 24/7 available, a mother, my wife, who after school, after coming from school, spends the whole day, not 8 hours, the whole day, even until she sleep, she makes her talk as much as possible to tell her what happened in school, who did you meet, which was the girl that sat next to you, which was the boy, did the girl hold your hand, did the boy give you a hug? She even shares with us, this girl hugs me and she kisses me on the cheek. So we tell her how to handle that. This boy always smiles. He gives me a rose or this thing. We tell her how to do that. Then she even shared with us this boy and girl when they after school they spend time in this nursery kind of. This boy and girl hug each other and sleep, and so we communicate all this. Or this girl likes to give me a kiss on the cheek, and should I kiss her back? So we speak on all these topics. Okay, so there's a very strong communication which I never had and which most children don't get. Now, here comes your answer. And the reason I'm explaining in detail so that I don't have to say this again, because if I just say an answer, it doesn't make sense. First things first, look at my face, look at the way I am, look at my lifestyle, and I can challenge you this. I am not a typical Indian father. Even though I'm an Indian passport holder, I don't think there's anything common between me and the general Indian population. So I'm very different that way. And I'm not trying to say it as praising myself and, oh, I'm superior. No, you'll never see an Indian with a full tattooed face unless he is an outlier. You'll never see an Indian who does not want to stay in India, who is not in touch with his mother, father, brother, sister, aunt, none of the relatives. It's very rare. Indians are very joint family oriented. I'm an atheist, which is very rare for most of the Indians to say it publicly. I don't want to stay in India, okay, which is not all the Indians. So there are a lot of things which make, even though I'm an Indian passport holder, I'm not the typical Indian. And that also comes down to being a father. I'm not a typical Indian father. And to give you specific examples, I am never, and remember, I'm making this video so my daughter can see it. I'm never going to ask my daughter to get a first rank. There'll be never any pressure. You just study, give me your best. Give me your best. That doesn't mean you don't read any book. When it's time to learn, read, and study, learn, read, and study. No phone, no internet, no nothing. And if you need tuitions, I'll help you get tuitions. If you need, my wife was a rank holder. She will sit down with my daughter and they will do the homework together. So, but there is no pressure to get the first rank, second rank. That is one. Second is, even if my daughter gets a rank, I'm not going to proudly, hey, my daughter got first rank. Hey, my daughter's number one in the class. I don't care. I don't give a damn. You can be number one in the whole of the country. It's for memorization. I don't care. If she gets, great. I'm very happy. If she doesn't get also, great. What matters to me is, did you understand the subject? That's one. Second one, do you like studying, reading, learning? And if you don't, how can I make it more interesting for you? Because I want my daughter to understand the nuances. But more than the rank, I want to teach her the skills of survival, communication, business, money, marketing yourself, selling yourself, getting along with others, even stuff which most Indian parents and Indian societies do not teach their sons and daughters: how to overcome a breakup. What if your boyfriend tells you, let's kiss, let's, sex, it's nice. Do you want to give it a try? Do you want to watch porn? Do you want to see this adult, this thing? Do you want to see this magazine? They are mostly naked. These, these are the things which are the realities which both me and my wife will keep an eye and will speak. For instance, when my daughter gets her first period, whenever it is, age of 9, age of 10, 11, 12, me, my wife, and my daughter will sit and talk. I'm not going to feel shy. My wife, me, daughter, when her body is changing, she develops her breasts or underarm hair or hair in different parts of her body, we will sit and talk. Why? Because these are the conversations which a father and mother and a child should have. Sex education. I'll make her understand what are the risks, rewards, the good, the bad, the ugly. I'll tell her where she will pay the price, not the boy, she as a girl. That's the kind of relationship I'll have. So, the point I'm trying to say is, I'm not going to be the typical father. Not at all. In fact, we have already had discussion. When my daughter was, I think, 2 or 3 years old, whatever, immediately I told my wife, communicate to her that I'm a man, she's a girl, she has to cover herself when she comes out of the toilet. That Papa, when he dresses up, okay? Like, some children, they love to hug, and sometimes their hands will go in the private parts because they're small, no? They'll hug and all. So she made her understand what is the private part of a girl, what is the private part of a boy, what part you should see, what part you should not see. In fact, even her own relatives, uncle, aunt, whomsoever, mother, father, whomsoever, what is the right touch and what is the wrong touch? If they do like this, is it allowed, not allowed? If they do like this, is it allowed, not? If they kiss you here, is it allowed? If they say hug you, how to hug? Where should the hand go? All this has already been discussed with my 6-year-old daughter. Okay. So now comes OnlyFans, which you guys are dying to know. OnlyFans. Okay. Now, before OnlyFans comes the step of being on social media. I'm on social media. I make a living out of it. My wife has a YouTube channel under my supervision. She puts content. She has Facebook, she has Instagram, she has TikTok, all this. However, it's monitored and filtered by me. I have all the passwords. I monitor everything. And before, my wife didn't care a damn who she added, friends and all that. She had around 1,000 plus 2,000 contacts, whatever. She has brought it down to, I think, 200 or 300. Okay, on her Facebook. And every photograph that goes up there is monitored by me. My daughter, I'm teaching her social media. She watches social media. That also, she will watch when my wife is there. And if suppose my wife is busy, I'm busy, and she's on social media, there is a history of YouTube videos which she watches. And we also discuss this. There have been times where there have been certain videos from Instagram and Facebook which are not appropriate. Girls dancing in bikini, sexual videos, and we have told her this is not right. So when we monitor her growth through social media, Now will come OnlyFans, which is selling your body for money. You can see the private parts. As long as my daughter stays in my house, under my roof, with my money, my daughter will not feel the need to go to OnlyFans. Why do you go to OnlyFans? One is if you want fame, attention, you want social media currency, uh, how many followers, how many likes, what comments. If that is your addiction, then most probably you'll get into OnlyFans. And if you don't have a close relationship with your mother and father. But if you're brought up in a proper home, you'll not. But let's assume, even after that, my daughter says, Papa, I want OnlyFans. The rule is simple: as long as you stay under my roof, take my money, living under my money, this is not allowed. I'm sorry. I can help you in all other ways. Tell me, what do you need OnlyFans? What? Fame? I'll have a YouTube channel. I'll help you get famous. So she doesn't need. But let's assume after that she says, okay, Dad, I want to go to OnlyFans. I want to show my private parts. I want people to pay me $1 to see me naked. I want to engage in sex and make good money. The money that instead of making per month, I want to make it per day. Easy money. Then my rule will be very simple. My daughter, I love you. My wife loves you. Means mommy loves you. We both love you. We want you to succeed. But if you want to do what you want to do, I want you to leave the house, stay by your own self, do your own thing, and then you decide you want to be lesbian, you want to be lady boy, you want to have sugar daddies, you want to work in a bar, you want to work in a pub, you want to work as an escort. All I give you total freedom. Your dad is not going to feel bad because you're an adult. See, once understand this much, once a person becomes an adult, grown up, you cannot discipline them, man. You can't shout at them, you can't scream at them, you can't. Once a person is big, the person is big. The the day and age for disciplining is maybe until age of 10, 12, 13, 14, until that time. After that, once they grow up, you can't start putting new rules. These rules have to be put right from day one. They have to be put in place. So if she wants to be a porn star, OnlyFans, once she crosses 18, she is her own woman. She pays her own bills, lives her own life, does whatever she wants. I'll be perfectly fine with that. Will I be ashamed? Not at all. Why? I don't give a damn to society. I don't care a damn. The society is not feeding me. Society is not feeding her. Be what you want. You want to be an engineer? Fine. You want to be a doctor? Fine. You want to be a porn star? You be a porn star. But as a father, as a parent, I will tell her the good, bad, ugly, and what is the price to pay. Whether it's a boyfriend, whether it's smooching a guy, whether it's having sex, whether it is using contraceptives, I'll tell her all the drawbacks, even getting a tattoo. As a father, that is my duty. As my wife being a mother, that is her duty. So even after all that, if she still says, Dad, I don't want to do a PhD, only fine, it's your call. But then I'll make it very clear. If your life gets messed up, you get pregnant, you get an STD, you get problems, you can't come back. Once you go, you go. Then if you feel you made a mistake, and you have to pay the price for it. You have to suffer. And then maybe not my house, my wife, maybe her village. She can go stay in the village and regret. Or let's assume she has 5 children from 5 different guys. Not in my house. I'm not going to take care. I had to look after you, pay for your education, and then I have to save for my retirement. Not your. I'm not going to dedicate the rest of my life to taking care of you. Sorry. Once after you cross 18 and you've made up your own mind to live your life, you live your life. Get your sugar daddies, get your boyfriends, get your OnlyFans. And if you get children, you pay for all of them. Maybe I'll give Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, one gift here and there. Don't come here. I value my privacy. I value my brand. I value my happiness. I'm not those typical Indian parents who'll sacrifice their life and death and earn and look after you only. No. I told you, I'm not a typical Indian parent. I don't expect her to get married. I don't expect her to have children. I don't expect her to stay with one guy. I don't expect her. She can be straight, lesbian, doctor, engineer, PhD, porn star, OnlyFans, um, whatever you want here. Once after you're an adult, you're not a baby. Go do what you want because you will pay the price for it, not me. And just as I've blocked and deleted all the other relatives, if I can tolerate her nonsense, I'll keep in touch with her. If I feel she's also becoming a headache and destroying my peace of mind, block. I'm pretty happy by myself, boss. I told you, I'm not the typical Indian parent and this and that. Okay. So, bottom line, in answer to your question, if my daughter wants to join OnlyFans and she's an adult, okay. What's the problem? What's the problem? Go be OnlyFans. Enjoy. Enjoy your life. You're an adult. You're crossed a certain age. I can't beat you. I can't shout at you. I can't discipline you. Do what you want. You pay the price. But if you get AIDS, if you get an STD, if you get pregnant, if you get a kid, that's your lookout, boss. Don't come to me with your dirty laundry and say, Dad, I did what I want. Now you pay the price. Sorry, no. I'm not Mahatma Gandhi, Mother Teresa, Jesus Christ. No. I'm a very practical father. You did whatever you wanted to do. You didn't listen to what I had to say. You pay the price for it, boss. Have one children, have 5 children, have 10 guys, have 20 sugar daddies, have only fans and only, I don't know, a light bulb and only tables and only chairs and whatever. I don't mind. My job, make you grow up, give you the best. Once you get your wings, fly off. I told you, I'm not the typical Indian father. And for me, I'll be proud of the things that she does well. I'll be proud of the things that she works hard for. I'll be proud of her successes. But that doesn't mean I'll be ashamed of her failures. I will accept her failures. I will accept the things that she does, which sometimes can be hard for me. And if there are things which I cannot accept, I will remind myself she is a separate human being. She has a right to her own life. I don't and cannot expect anything. So, my dear friends, I hope this answered your question. What if my daughter wants to be in OnlyFans? What if she wants to be an adult porn star? What if she wants to be a prostitute? What she wants? My answer is simple. After you're an adult, you are free to live your life your way. I am not a typical Indian father, and I will not feel bad at all. I lived my life my terms. You, as an adult, live your life your terms, but everything has a price to pay. So if you're willing to pay the price, go ahead. If you're not, then don't do it. Having said that, I hope this answers the question once and for all to all the Indian men. Hope this satisfied your fetish. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. It's me signing off. You guys take care.